Derry, Maine, there's a bunch of these kids going missing every 27 years. And it's kind of weird because none of the adults really care about it. Many of my friends and family know that I've been pretty excited for this movie ever since they shared the first picture of Pennywise. Yeah, that picture. And I remember just sitting there like, I really like this Pennywise for some reason. I don't know why, I just had a certain feeling. Like, I loved Tim Curry's version of Pennywise, but that wasn't Pennywise if you read the book. If you've read the book, you know that Tim Curry wasn't really Pennywise. Yeah, he pulled off an amazing clown, and no one else can do what Tim Curry does. But Bill Skarsgård, on the other hand, that is Pennywise. So when I finally got to see the film, I was a little nervous because I've only seen the first 2 previews, I think, and the way they were edited was like your typical horror movie. The way that it was edited was like it was going to be all jump scares, and I don't like that. I think it's a cheap way of scaring the audience. But luckily, that wasn't the case when I saw the film. This film is filled with beautiful cinematography, the production design, and the editing, and the camera movements are all phenomenal. Let's start with the good stuff. Finn Wolfhard, the kid from Stranger Things, nails this role as Richie. I mean, every word that comes out of his mouth had me dying. He has great chemistry with Eddie. I can't remember the actor's name, but the actor who plays Eddie was phenomenal too. And that's what I love about this film. It's not just a horror film, because the story, if you've read the book, you know that it's more than just a clown chasing these kids and trying to kill them. It's more of a coming of age story. And I was really happy that they did it right, because every single character and actor had chemistry that just felt really natural. It felt like they were actually friends in real life. This film is directed really well. Another thing that I really love is that if you're nervous about them showing too much in the trailers, don't be. That is nothing compared to what's actually in the movie. There's this one scene, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but all I'm going to say is the projector scene. That scene terrified me. And if you've seen the film already, you know what I'm talking about. But don't spoil it in the comments or anything. Just let them go and experience it. Another thing that I really love is the production design. And that's a really big part in this film. Like you're in like a haunted house, which, I mean, it's kind of supposed to be. And it's very effective. I really love that the miniseries couldn't do, and I understand why they didn't do it. But this one is really brutal. From the moment that you see the famous Georgie scene until the very end, it's pretty damn brutal, and I loved it. Also, Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise, phenomenal. I wasn't one of those people that was skeptical on it. I was there from the beginning. From the first picture that we saw, I was in. Every character in the film had their own moment to shine. You got to know about their personal life, for most of them. I got to know the other characters, and I cared about them. But while Richie was making jokes all the time, I didn't really feel connected to Mike or Stanley. So I hope in the chapter 2, which I'm assuming they're making because as of right now, they've made $117 million just on the opening weekend. So I think it's safe to say that they're going to make a number 2. The way the cameras just glide around the action when it's happening just kind of makes you feel off edge. It just kind of feels off, but it feels right. There's so many great things about this film, but it's not a perfect film. There are some flaws. One of the main flaws is, like I said before, I wanted to get to know Mike's character and Stanley's character a little bit more, and even Richie a little bit more. Another flaw I would say is I thought the score for the music was going to be a little bit better. Not saying it was bad or anything, but I suspected a little bit better from the music. But other than that, I had a great time with it. I am very, very happy, and this was probably one of my most anticipated movies of the year, and I'm very happy with it. The best way I can explain it is Stand By Me meets Stranger Things, but scary a little bit. And some people might not be scared of this film. I mean, it's not very, very scary like the trailers are showing, but there are disturbing moments. When the disturbing moments hit, like when Pennywise is on screen, they hit hard. I love the fact that they just added sprinkles of horror, but they still had that coming of age story, because that's what it all comes down to. Something just fell in my closet and I'm kind of terrified now. I had a great time with it. I felt like a little kid watching a horror movie, and I'm gonna give it an A+. There you have it. There's my review of it. I hope you guys enjoy the movie if you do see it. If you do see it, what was your favorite part without spoiling it? Just like I said, the projector scene, the bathroom scene, whatever you liked, just leave it in the comments. And if you like this, just subscribe. Later, nerds!